Hello everybody and welcome back to my Let's Play of Planet Zoo. Today we're just continuing the Madagascan Simian Conservation Project which we started last week. Today we're just going to finish off with the goal challenge. It'll probably be a much shorter episode as the game doesn't really allow great opportunities for cut-off points, tends to all lead one to the other. So in the interest of keeping them short, we're just going to do it this way. So let's get things started. So we've unlocked is that silver? Bronze? Yep, silver Bornean orangutan statue. Right. So let's see, what did we have to do for the goal challenge? Locate the highlighted area. Just over there. Just spied it for a second.
Now let's build a new exhibit in the gap that's been left. Just add it to the building like we did with the research centre earlier. Then pop it into the gap.
So that's facilities, exhibits, and what we want me to put in here, a new exhibit. Why can't I fit that in there? Is that too big? Oh, wait, hang on, try that. Wait, what?
Perfect.
Oh, there we go.
The next thing to do is adopt an exhibit animal to go in there. How about a Gila monster? Open up the exhibit trading section and adopt one.
Right, not sure what a Gila monster is, but okay, some sort of toad or frog, I guess. So we'll adopt.
Just as we do with habitat animals, we need to send the Gila monster to the exhibit. Click on the exhibit to send it there.
Alright, request exhibit animal, I guess. How do we send it there? Can I just drag and drop it? Nope. How do we do this? Oh, send to zoo. I'm blind.
When you send an animal to an exhibit, it'll automatically be given the correct setup. But that doesn't mean it's completely ready for them. So let's finish it off. We'll start by adding some enrichment items. Click on the exhibit to bring up its information panel.
Okay.
Good. Now click on the layout tab. Oh, well, it looks like we've only got the enrichment level 1 items unlocked at the moment. Never mind, let's turn on at least one of them for the Gila monster.
Okay.
As I'm sure you know by now, you can unlock more enrichment levels by having one of your vets do some research. Now we'll also need to set the temperature and humidity in the exhibit. These are vitally important for keeping our Gila monster happy and comfortable. Click on the Climate tab.
Climate,
Here,
yep.
you can see the Gila monster's desired temperature and humidity. You can change both of these by adjusting the dials below. Make sure it's going to be nice and cozy.
Right, so temperature needs to go up to between 35 and 42. So, leave that right there. Should be in the sweet spot, I think. Let's wait for that to go up. There we go. And humidity needs to be between 15 and 25, so it's far too dry for him at the moment, if I'm understanding that. Or is it far too wet? Either way, 15 to 25. Oops, 15 to 25, there we go. 20 should do it.
That's the ticket. And the last thing we need to look at is setting up the different windows. So click on the Windows tab.
Windows,
You can edit and customize any of the windows on an exhibit. A window can be closed and blank, or have a 2-dimensional background, or even a 3-dimensional background on it. Why don't you have a play around with the options?
Okay, window 1. Oh, that's that one.
There's also an exhibit education board. Pop them down near your exhibits to teach your guests about them. Let's add one now.
Well, we'll do that after we've changed these windows around slightly. Whoops. So that must be that one. Don't want that one closed, I don't think. Is that... Nope. Window 4, yeah. Change that one to that, I think. Okay. And what we want me to do? education rating. So that is facilities and speakers and whatnot. And we'll stick one of those just up there somewhere, I think. I'll stick another one over there. I wish you could lock the height of these things up. That probably is an option, but I'm not sure where it is. Probably that one, I guess. Position snap, maybe? Oh no, that just wants to go to preset points. Right, place one exhibit board. Right. One plaque, education board. Oops, align the surface. How the heck do I get that to? Right, we'll just plonk that down there. Hopefully that'll be, fine. What? Oh yes, I need to set the, Monster Gila category, I suppose. Oh, right. So we'll, put that down there. Make sure it's got the correct information on it.
Lovely stuff. Now our guests can learn all about our venomous friend here. Right, now, I've got a bit of a big job for you. I need you to increase the number of species in the zoo. You'll probably want to adopt both habitat and exhibit animals to do so, which will mean building plenty of new habitats and exhibits for them. Go on, off you pop. I'll check in with you when you're almost done.
Right, have at least 12 species in the zoo, okay. This could be tricky. Where to even begin? There's not much free space. I mean, there's plenty down in these weird little areas, but not really any easy ways to connect them up. Panic. Right, well, I think we'll do that off camera, and we'll come back to you guys once we've done that, and then see where we go from there. Right, so we're back. We've created 2 new facilities right here. On this side, we have Western Chimpanzees, I believe these guys are. Yep, Western Chimpanzees. And on the left side, we have our enclosure for some breed of tapirs, Baird's tapirs. Right. Right, so we're back. We've created 2 new facilities to help with the 12 total species requirement for the goal challenge. We've got here some Western Chimpanzees. Had great fun with these. Unfortunately, I haven't got any of the footage for it, as I chose not to record that section. They actually escaped at first because I've got to put the anti-climb barriers up. Causing a little bit of chaos until I realised my mistake. They've got plenty of water, but occasionally you'll see at the left-hand side they complain about the welfare that there's not enough water, but if you click on these, you can see volume 5 out of 15 litres. That one's not being filled for some reason, but I've got to keep her assigned to fill it. And this one is really a pain in the backside trying to select this one. But I believe this one's got water in it as well. Oh, there we go. Nope, apparently that one hasn't been filled either, but it's got to keep her assigned. Oh wait, no it didn't. I've just... Oh wait, it didn't, now it does. But yeah, I'm not sure why they're not being filled more or less straight away. And why they're complaining that the thirsty one, there's at least one trough that's got water in it. Never mind. So, yes, we've also got our tapirs here. Found out a little trick here, if I can remember how I did it. We go to nature, and then up here you've got your little filter, and you can set it by, I believe it was continent. And then you can just select all the African trees, and then you see at the bottom there, changed all the plants to African-specific trees. And I'm not sure if it was in this menu. No, I don't think it was. I was going to say that when you select certain toys and foods, I also found out it tells you what's relevant to the animal that you're trying to put in for. No, I don't want exhibit trading. We want habitat. And then we'll go to, see, where's the toy options gone? Oh, there we go, enrichment items. And then if you click one random thing, it's going to make a line. Oh, there it is. Just have to click this little button down here. And it tells you Western chimpanzees, so it's appropriate for Western chimpanzees, Western lowland gorillas, Bornean orangutans. So if you ever place something into your habitat and you find that the animals don't seem to want to use it or it hasn't increased their welfare, it's most likely because it's not appropriate for that particular animal to use. Obviously, an elephant, for instance, won't be able to use a climbing frame or whatever. So yeah, just something to bear in mind when you're trying to build your own habitats. Right. Now, the only other thing is we have a new little exhibit here ready to be filled, as we are one objective, one species, away from completing the gold challenge. Now, I've had to put it all the way down there, because for some unusual reason, which I can't figure out for the life of me, I've tried looking at Google and everything, I can't seem to place a habitat, an exhibit, like they've got here, directly onto the paths. I mean, where's the other two little small ones that we had? Let's have a look for those. I think that might have been the ones I was talking about, actually. But, oh, that's the ones I was looking for. The ones I put down in the previous episode. You should go to facilities, and I had to dig around a bit for this, because I thought it would have been under habitat, but apparently not. It's under facilities. And then you go to the left here. You've got, was it small animal facilities? And then you click that, exhibit. Doesn't want to lock onto the path. Constantly obstructed for some reason. And then it just floats into the ground even once you try to lift it up. It still doesn't want to match up. Granted, that one's a little bit bigger, so you could argue that's why that one doesn't want to fit, but there's a fairly big clear patch there. Doesn't want to lift. And I don't know how you change the style of it from this weird, slightly Asian style to a African style. But never mind. Let's get back to our one over here, which we also had to supply power to for this section of the zoo. So we just tucked away a little generator back here. And the heat map, I think that's how you check your power. You can see it's all powered up anyways. Right, and one of the other things that I learned while I was building these two habitats for to increase my species is I actually got some species that I already had, as I didn't realise how to check that. So I'll just quickly show you that now. If you go down to this button here, zoo at the bottom left, and then go to animals, this one with the little paw print, and species, you can look through them all here, and you can sort it alphabetically. Or if you want to sort it a different way for other things, you can just sort it by the animal name, what male to female sort of ratio you've got, the location of which habitat they're actually in, and any amount of other options. But for now, we want to go to exhibits. So for now, we want to go to exhibits. Right, so we have a lesser antlion, Gila monster, giant burrowing cockroach, exhibit 5, no species assigned. So that would be this one just down here. And apparently we've got another exhibit that didn't have anything assigned to it, which I never even knew. So what is this other empty one that we've got? And so this other exhibit that we've got is, if we click on the little GPS arrow, should be just here somewhere. Alright, apparently the one... so I didn't need to build that extra one that I already had. Never mind. Right, well, let's view the exhibit animal market. And what did we already have? We've got giant burrowing, I believe. Yep, we've got giant burrowing. We've got a lesser antlion iguana. So, we don't want the giant burrowing. We'll go with giant tiger snail, why not? Don't think we've got one of those. So we'll adopt that. Send to zoo.
My, you have been busy, haven't you? Splendid! But now that you've adopted all these lovely new species, we need to make sure they're nice and happy. So let's get the average welfare across the zoo nice and high, shall we? And by we, I mean you. Go on, get to it.
Right.
Lovely job there. You should be proud of yourself. Not only have you expanded the zoo and kept the animals as happy as Larry, but you didn't bankrupt us in the process. Amazing.
Thanks for your faith in me. Didn't bankrupt you in the process.
Wow! Well, you've certainly transformed the zoo. I barely recognize it. A wonderful new exhibit, some fascinating new species, and you've done wonders for the animals' welfare by enriching their habitats. Who doesn't love playing with a 3-foot wide soccer ball, huh? I mean, other than professional soccer players. I'm sure it wasn't easy, though. I expect money was tighter than a possum's pouch. Plowing all those funds back into the welfare of the animals doesn't make running these places a picnic. Although, it does make me feel a little less guilty about how much our gift shops charge. No, as far as I'm concerned, the only reason to run a zoo is to help animal kind. Sadly, it appears some other people have far less noble goals.
Right, so that's the gold challenge completed. So with that, all that's left to say is we'll see you guys next time.